Hello, everybody. This is BK International Talent Scout. You're listening to BK Presents Radio Podcast on Rainier Avenue Radio World. Our show is featured and premiered on Sunday morning, Faith and Praise on Rainier Avenue Radio World. My show is premiered on Sundays at 8 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and 12:30 p.m. You have 3 opportunities to listen to the BK Presents Radio Podcast live. Also featured on Sundays is the New Hope Missionary Baptist Church, where the senior pastor is Reverend Jeffries, and they go live. Every single Sunday, you get a full service, and you get 3 opportunities to listen to my 30-minute show live. So you can't miss us. Make us part of your Sunday morning faith and praise worship time. This is BK International Talent Scout. Today we are reviewing, highlighting, and commenting on the Belle report. Well, let's get to it then, y'all. Let's get to it. Can you believe this? The 24 Black Music Honors taped Saturday, which was yesterday or day before yesterday, at the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center in Atlanta, Georgia. They honored Johnny Gill, Patrice Rushen, Bootsy Collins, and gospel recording artist Hezekiah Walker at the 2024 Black Honors Program with the surprise salute to MC Lyte. Okay, let's get into this article. I'm only going to probably read the first 3 paragraphs, then I go to the next article. Atlanta, May 19, 2024. The 9th annual Black Music Honors took place at the renowned Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center in Atlanta, Georgia. On last Saturday, May 18th, Black Music Honors is an annual event that celebrates the illustrious achievements and explanation contributions of Black music icons. Musical icons in attendance included CeeLo Green, MC Lyte, Marsha Ambrosia, Chrisette Michelle, Next, that's the name of the group, Next, Mr. Talkbox, Jay Brown, After 7, Jacqueline Carr, Mally Music, Ruben Studdard, Kim Burrell, Black Odyssey, Donald Lawrence, Kevin Lemons, and Higher Calling. Kevin Lemons now resides in heaven, so they are honored specially. Kevin Lemons and Higher Calling. Ricky Dillard, Shanice. I just seen a special on Shanice. The Shy, Carl Thomas, David Hollister, and Selena Johnson. Tone Stitch, and David and Tamala Mann. The ceremony was co-hosted by singer-actress LaToya Luckett, former member of Destiny's Child. Comedian actor D. Ray Davis, and honoring Johnny Gill, Patrice Rushen, Bootsy Collins, Hezekiah Walker, and included a surprise salute to MC Lyte. As you know, MC Lyte has been the voice commentator of many BET live performance events. So we are so excited they did a surprise salute to MC Lyte. The televised special will premiere on the Stellar Network on Saturday, June 1st. That's coming up next month. The televised special will premiere on the Stellar Network Sunday, June 1st at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, with rebroadcasting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and air in national broadcast syndication June 8th through June 30th in tribute to Black Music Month. The show will also air on Bounce TV on Wednesday, June 19th in honor of Juneteenth at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The show, proudly represented by Procter & Gamble, made possible with the generous support of sponsors such as Walmart, Verizon, State Farm, General Motors, Disney, St. Jude, Johnson & Johnson, and AARP. Wow, they got all the major sponsors, y'all. You can go to blackmusichonors.com for more details. DJ Hatton's new album, One Night in California, available now. Grammy-nominated and Stellar Award-winning DJ Hatton releases his 12th solo album, One Night in California, today. One Night in California features 16 songs telling the true story of Hatton hearing from God concerning the calling over his life during a time in which his mental health was being tested. One Night in California. It is an electric, genre blending mixtape featuring virtual international artists and Hatton's signature vocals. Let's go through the list of songs that are on this album. 12 tracks, y'all. Let's list them 1 through 16. Holy Ground, Work, Highest Praise, cover Under the Blood featuring Sharon Gardner, DJ Nicholas, and Pastor Gregory Mitchell. Respect, One Night in California, Without You, The Other Side, Save Yourself, Soldier, Don't Change, Mama We Made It, Never Be the Same, The Lord Will Make a Way, One Day, Yahweh, Jesus, featuring Moses Bliss, King D Music, and Ghana. Let's go deeper into this thing, y'all. DJ Hatton earned the name, the new face of gospel, after his album Church on the Moon debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Top Gospel charts. Detroit native is known for his progressive urban style of gospel music, but he is also a founding pastor of Hill City Church, also in California. He is also a former member on Oxygen's reality show called Preachers of LA Christmas 2020. Hatton teamed up with the super producer himself, Zatovine, to create what they consider to be their best body of work today. On the holiday EP Greatest Gift, additionally, Hatton penned 3 songs on Usher's album, A. As an actor, Hatton starred in the original TV One film, Sin of the Father, and the all-black film, The Fallen. That's everything DJ Hatton. Ben Tankard premieres Season 4 of Thicker Than Water, the Tankard's Family TV series, on CJC Network, Sunday, August 29th. Gospel Music Association, Nashville, Tennessee. It is an exciting time for the Tankard family as they get ready to kick off Season 4 of their hit reality show, Thicker Than Water. the Ben Tankard Show has a very successful 3-season run with the Bravo TV network. However, this time around, they are branching out as executive producers and owners of their own show under CJC Network. Everybody is breaking out, owning their masters, owning their product, and launching their own television networks. It's all about ownership. It's all about renewal. Ben Tankard and his family, known globally as the godfather of gospel jazz. Do you guys remember all the Ben Tankard hits? I remember when Ben Tankard came to Seattle. Do you guys remember Ben Tankard coming to Seattle? Did Ben Tankard come to Seattle? We got to research that. But Ben Tankard is known for simple piano playing of cover tunes of great gospel music and secular music. Ben Tankard is a gospel jazz artist who has touched hearts and blessed the ears of the masses for over 3 decades. Oh my God, are we saying Ben Tankard is old? Let's get back into the article. With the plethora of honors and awards to his name, Tankard recently garnered another #1 song on the Billboard Smooth Jazz National Airplay chart with his unique captivity rendition of Marvin Gaye's song Just Like Music for his album Shine. Hey, I got an important fact. Do you guys know that Ben Tankard has his pilot license and he flies his own plane? Ben, we need you to be careful up in the skies. All right, you guys, on to the next article headline. Angelo L. Bree presents his new motivational book, Before I Let You Go. Angelo L.B. book title is Before I Let You Go, Life Lessons from an Industry Guru. Pre-ordered today, coming soon, August 2024, with Kevin E. Taylor. Before I Let You Go. You remember that song? Let's just get into this. I'll read two chapters, paragraphs, and we'll get on with it. Angelo, the multimedia marketing maverick whose career helped launch, laid the groundwork for, and legitimized the legacies of such producers as James Mutte, Melba Moore, King of Pop Michael Jackson, has finally put the work and the words onto paper. While working with young titans building and broadening their brands, he has spent 2024 walking 3 clients who have benefited from his brilliance into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Kool and the Gang, Dionne Warwick, and the lovely Mary J. Blige. Angelo L. Bree doesn't promise that level of outcome for you, but for you are an entertainer or an entrepreneur, a hard-working business owner, a person who's working from home while building your own business. He knows that it is tried and true tips, tidbits, and tenacity. Let's go to the next and end it here. Elbree will help you be clearer about your vision, more sensitive about your team circle, insightful about your growth, your greatness, and your grind with integrity. Before I Let You Go is the name of the book title. The fourth book from Angelo L. Bree, which includes foreword by Grammy legend, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Dionne Warwick. Isn't it about entertainment industry gossip or how to quickly secure the bag? Elbree is about forging excellence in whatever field where you find your passion. He wants to share with you before he lets you go of the mantle and the passes on to the next generation. Hey, man, before I let you go, you got to read that book. Interesting title, right? The late gospel star Troy Sneed's family revives All Is Well as a duet with his son Trey. Troy Sneed, the gospel star known for hits songs such as My Heart Says Yes and the number one smash The Struggle Is Over, was an early victim of COVID-19. Oh, how sad. After 3 weeks on a respirator, he passed away at the age of 52. If you survived COVID-19 and the pandemic, you are oh so blessed. A moment of silence for Troy Sneed. At the time of Troy's passing, I and my family were unable to escape the dark space of grief that would have allowed us to celebrate him and our love for him in the proper way, says his wife, Emily Sneed. 10 months later, the suicide of my oldest son compounded the grief and left us numb and paralyzed. However, today, with God's grace, we have learned to maneuver life without the presence of Troy Sr. and Troy Jr., and that included Troy's ministry of pouring into God's people encouragement, love, and light through his music from our testimony. The Sneeds have crafted a new version of Troy's hit All Is Well, which peaked at number 14 on Billboard Gospel Airplay chart in 2012. I wanted to make this song to honor my father while highlighting the journey of healing that my family got to experience these past 4 years. After losing him and my brother, says his youngest son, Troy Sneed, who sings alongside his dad's original vocals, even though it did not always seem like it, I see now that the relationship I had with him and the lessons of love they were able to pour into me has shaped the village of love I find myself surrounded by myself today. So, though all this is my way of telling my father and my brother all is well, the soulful, inspiring track releases to all digital music platforms on May 17th, which was Friday. Listen to them on link. The Perry, Florida native Troy Sneed once dreamed of a football career, but high school injuries sidelined him. He turned to his second love, music. While a student at Florida A&M University, where he also met his future wife, Emily, after college, he briefly taught school before he was hired as a director of the Georgia Mass Choir. Troy Sneed was the director of Georgia Mass Choir? I had to take a drink of Body Armor Zero Sugar. Let's go back. Troy Sneed briefly taught school before he was hired as a director for the Georgia Mass Choir. He also joined them when they backed Whitney Houston in The Preacher's Wife's motion picture. After recording 2 albums on the famous Savoy Records, we all know about Savoy. You record Savoy. They're the only company that records music, loses music, has music losses, and still keeps recording records. Troy had the idea to launch his family-owned recording label, M-Tro Gospel, a fusion of Emily Troy's name. Emily worked a full-time job while Troy got the business off the ground. They released traditional church-grounded albums by Alvin Darling, Reverend Randolph McKenzie, Bishop Bruce Parham, and Youth for Christ. All the projects produced big radio hits. Once the labels finally established, Emily came on full-time to manage the label while Troy produced the records. Troy got back in the studio himself and enjoyed the biggest hits of his career. He placed 13 singles on the Billboard Gospel Airplay charts. 5 of those hits the top 10. 2 peaked at number 2. My Heart Says Yes and Work It Out. He also performed uncredited on Youth for Christ, Billboard #1 single, The Struggle Is Over, and 2006. When my daddy first passed away, I found the most comfort in his music, says Tyler Sneed Johnson. Troy's daughter, All Is Well, was one of those songs that was constant reminder that although it may not feel like it today, all continues to be well. Having Trey add his testimony to it was just another way to honor my daddy's last impact and uplifting words. It's so sad that Troy was a victim of COVID-19. And he was only 52 years old. Salute! Troy Sneed. Let's go to the next article, y'all. Let's go to the next article. Inspiration meets investment. Good Soul Forum taps into the rhythm of entrepreneurship. The convergence of innovators and visionaries, including Pink Cole, Tabitha Brown, A. Simone, Charles King, Warren Luckett to participate. Tabitha Brown. You can find her food in stores. And if you go into a store and you don't see Tabitha Brown's food, please walk up to the store manager and let them know they need to order and bring in Tabitha Brown and put them on the shelf where everybody can see her name. Because when you see her name, you know the food is going to be good, healthy, and tasty. Tabitha Brown food. All right, I'm going to the next article. And maybe this will be, I'll close out on this article. The crooning cop Mervyn Mayo drops first album. The crooning cop is referred to him being on YouTube. During the pandemic, in his uniform, this guy sings songs that make people stop thinking about what was going on. Listen to the song and feel the spirit of the song. Mervyn Mayo, the crooning cop, is back on his beat. the music beat that is. He has dropped his first full album, God Did It. Mervyn Mayo Productions, God's Glory Music Group on Ty Scott Records. On all digital music platforms, the 9-song set features Mervyn's old school R&B style approach to gospel music. The songs range from poignant ballads such as Even in the Midnight Hour and Running Back to You to mid-tempo grooves such as Study Walking and also God Did It. Listen on link. God Did It. I'm so excited to get my ministry out to the world, Mayo says. My album is a roller coaster of praise, confessions, disappointments, and gratefulness. All I can say is God did it, and he keeps doing it again and again. In 2020, Mayo became a viral sensation when his church rehearsal of gospel song became an unexpected viral hit and generated millions of social media views. The surprise feature also earned his coverage on CNN's headline news channel. In 2021, Ty Scott Records signed him to a joint venture contract. His first single under the deal, The Best Friend, was released spring 2022. The soulful ballad has garnered millions of streams. In a time when many law enforcement officers were reviled for the bad actions of a few, Mayo was one of the good guys. He grew up in Richmond's tough Creighton Court housing projects. Let me read the whole thing over. In a time when many law enforcement officers were vilified for the bad actions of a few, Mayo is one of the good guys. He grew up in Richmond's tough Creighton Court housing project. There was a lot of drugs and a lot of killing around me, he recalls. I could be out sitting on the porch and somebody was just shot down in the street. I just thought that was normal. When I look back, I grew up in the wild, wild west, but I didn't know it was. The neighborhood police officer, Curtis Simmons, became his role model. There was an organization called the Police Athletic League, he recalls. They would pick kids up from their neighborhood, take us to the basketball games and new places. Curtis kept me out of trouble. He spent a lot of time with me, and I said if I ever become a police officer, I want to do for others what he did for me. Mayo's been with Richmond Police Department since 2005, but has been a school resource officer for the last 15 years. I worked the streets 3 years, and then I applied to work with youth in the schools, he recalls. It's not a school for bad kids, but a school for kids who made bad decisions. They can relate to me because I've been where they are. I want to stop the school-to-prison pipeline. I'm here to make things better. Jesus, a deaf missions film to make the history this summer. Jesus. Nashville, Tennessee, May 14, 2024, PR Newswire. Deaf Missions and Iconic Events Releasing announces the release of the first ever ASL adaptation for the silver screen. Jesus, a deaf mission film. Experience the story of Jesus and his ministry on earth presented as a feature film entirely in American Sign Language in select theaters beginning June 20th, 2024, a historic first for deaf audiences. Tickets for Jesus, a deaf missions film, can be purchased online here and at participating theater boxes. I'm excited to see how deaf audiences respond to this film, shares director Joseph D. Jocelyn. They can finally watch a movie about Jesus without any language barriers and become fully immersed in it with their heart language. Deaf Mission, a ministry dedicated to communicating the gospel of Jesus with deaf people through their heart language, culture, and identity, has partnered with Gum Vision Studios along with numerous ministries, generous donors to bring Jesus, a deaf mission film to theaters. Jesus, a deaf mission film aptly tagged for Death by Death, is brought to life by Joseph D. Jocelyn, a deaf producer and director from Deaf Missions, and Michael Davis, a deaf producer at Gum Vision Studios. The film will include English subtitles and soundtrack. That is so good to know. It was incredibly important to partner with deaf actors, deaf professionals to bring this story to life for the deaf audience. And executive producer and CEO of Deaf Missions, Chad Entinger. The deaf community is one of the largest unreached people groups in the world. So we're praying that God would use this movie to ignite a moment of healing and heart change for the deaf community. Synopsis. For the first time in history, a deaf audience will have the unique opportunity to experience the story of Jesus Christ, presented as a feature film entirely in American Sign Language. Jesus, a deaf mission film, will take you on a journey with Jesus and his disciples. Witness his miracles, his transformative power, his challenges to the religious elite in a time of high tension under the Roman rule in Judea. The Jews were anticipating a Messiah, but Jesus was not what they expected. What the religious leaders orchestrated to be Jesus ended instead changed the world forever. Immerse yourself in Jesus' love as he offers hope, forgiveness, and eternal life. Don't miss the historic film produced by Deaf with a cast fluent in American Sign Language. Deaf producer director Joseph D. Jocelyn of Deaf Missions, deaf producer Michael Davis of Gum Vision Studios bring the movie to life for the deaf audiences. The film includes a soundtrack and subtitles. Angela Missy Belle entertained 30,000 plus during the New York City 5-borough bike tour. Angela Missy Belle was also a part of the Artist Retreat in Miami, Florida. It was an experience to behold. Let's get back to the article. Angela Missy Belle entertains 30,000+ people during the New York City 5-borough bike tour. New York, New York, May 15, 2024. Gospel singer Angela Missy Bellops takes the gospel to the streets on Sunday morning, literally, as more than 30,000 cyclists who participated in the TD 5-barrel bike tour careened along Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard between West 125th and West 126th Street. May 5th. They were uplifted and encouraged by the earth-shaking, soul-stirring sounds of Angela Missy Bellops and her group, the Voices of New York. This is Missy's 12th year participating in the event. Just to be able to spread the good news through song, she said, and to give hope and cheer to tens of thousands from all over the world means more than anything. A sold-out spring charitable event, the TD 5-Borough Bike Tour, strips the streets of cars for 3 hours in the morning so bicyclists can ride safely on the historic streets and avenues of New York. In addition to being cheered on by locals, participants enjoyed top entertainment at several key points along the course. The sounds on Sunday included artists from the worlds of electronic dance music, rock music, jazz music, reggae music, Latin music, singers, songwriters, Afro, Puerto Rican music, and gospel music, the music that is full of soul. Missy and the Voices of New York fueled riders' spirit with inspiring songs like Oh Happy Day, Chain Breaker, Lean on Me, We Are the World, and Let the Hallelujah Roll. She also treated them to her latest single, For My Good. For more information, check it out. Go to www.bikenyc/event/TD 5-Borough Bike Tour. Let's find out about Angela. Angela Missy Bellops is a 3-time award winner of the Tri-State McDonald's Gospel Fest, as well as a finalist in the category of Song of the Year in the 2024 Gospel Choice Music Awards. In addition to several appearances on BET's Bobby Jones Gospel television program, Missy has just recently taped on the CBS Channel 2 TV network a segment for upcoming Juneteenth, as well as the Bronx Networks on Global Spotlight. In 2020, she debuted her own show, Walking in Victory with Angela Missy Bellops, on Roku Television Network, along with her son, Ernest Bellops, and his tribe of Levi. Missy backed superstar Mariah Carey on All I Want for Christmas Is You tour during her Christmas special at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Oh, I gotta read this one, and it is the last one for the Belle Report. Ty Scott Records, an affiliate artist, earned 6 Stellar Award Gospel Music nominations. John P. Key, tribute to the legend Rance Allen. Indianapolis, Indiana, Ty Scott Records, the oldest operating African-American owned gospel label in the land, and its affiliates, artists have bagged 6 nominations in the forthcoming 39th Annual Stellar Gospel Music Awards. John P. Key, known for his classic hits Jesus is Real and Standing in the Need, is nominated for a project close to his heart. He convened an all-star troupe to tour to honor his musical mentor and spiritual father, Bishop Rance Allen, who passed away in 2020. The 6-song tribute to a legend, Rance Allen, Chapter 1, Key Music Group, features performances by Galante Gavin, Diedrich Hatton, and Gene Moore. Allen's signature song, Something About the Name of Jesus, was redone with Zacordi Cortez, Melvin Criswell II, and Louis Sky, and a sample of Allen. The set earned Key nominations as Traditional Male Artist of the Year and Special Event Album of the Year. Anthony Brown and Group Therapy's 6th album, Affirmations, Key of A, Fair Trade, earned 2 nominations in the category of Duo Chorus Group of the Year and Contemporary Duo Chorus Group of the Year. The project's first single, Speak Your Name, peaked at number 1 on Billboard's Gospel Airplay chart, and the current single, Up, 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 is up to number 18 on this week's chart. Louisiana's native Bree is hard at work on her first album, the first single from the soon-coming project for the Billboard number 1 gospel airplay hit, I Will Wait, Bree Music, LLC. The music video earned a nomination for director Avery Hanley. Finally, crooner Vashawn Mitchell album Chapter 10, See the Goodness, has earned him nominations in the category of Praise and Worship Album of the Year off the strength of the number 1 hit, See the Goodness, a duet with Donnie McClurkin. All this is a part of the Stellar Award Gospel Music Week, take place Saturday, July 20th, 2024 at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey everybody, we gonna be there live and in living color, and we hope to, if John P. Key is there, we hope to get a picture. We hope to say hi. Who knows, he might even give us a short interview. Hey man, we're all excited about the Stellar Awards, right? So hey, that's how we're going to end this John P. Key's tribute to the legend Rance Allen. So, they're nominated for a Stellar Award, and we're signing off right now.